You asshole.
Yeah, he got his, though. Look at this.
Knocked him out, concussed him.
He's on the ground just shaking. So, I know you don't want to go back into talking about sports, but I got to mention it just a little bit.
That's fine.
Just a little bit.
No, it's a setup.
Hey, you know, the weekend is playing at the Super Bowl.
No, I don't know.
It's the weekend right now.
I don't know who that is.
So the Super
Saturday and
Bowl,
Sunday?
the Super Bowl's going to go Saturday, Friday, and Sunday.
Gee, that's a
They just
long
take up the
weekend.
whole weekend now.
Jesus.
Yeah, Prince played when you're Prince who?
I know who Prince is. I saw that one.
Prince Abubu.
Oh, I just have to introduce it. People, we are at Super Bowl 55. We got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers playing the Kansas City Chiefs. And for people like my man over here who can, quote unquote, could give a shit less about the sports.
Couldn't
Give a shit less about the sports ball. The commercials is what gets everybody else.
Sure.
Even my mama last night talking about, mama just gonna get ready for bed, let people watch these Super Bowl commercials. 'Cause they showed something early.
Right. There's commercials and there's trailers for the big movies coming up.
Yeah, man. So every year we do this where we go and we look at the big commercials that come out and we just kind of talk about our favorite ones, least favorite ones, and maybe some other kind of crazy categories that these commercials fit into. And that is what we got here today. Now I just categorize these in a way where I like them, that I put them in these subcategories that are kind of weird off categories. And then of course we got the worst ones in my opinion. But I know you made a list, and we're going to look at your list in the end and go through them. But feel free to react to what I put up here.
Well, now, earlier you said some that we like and don't like, and maybe we agree and don't agree. So should I take that to mean that I have some on my like list that you were like, yeah, that one's bullshit?
You know what? You might just like some better than me, but we like a lot of the same commercials.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a lot of overlap going on in these. You saw all of them too, right?
No, he watched the first one and went like, nah, screw this.
I messaged you. I'm fine with reacting. Okay,
fine. Okay.
And then Martin 2 hours later says, "I got my list for you." And I was like, "Well, it's too late for me."
No, I like that you looked at the first one like, fuck this.
Yeah, I know, exactly. Is this the caliber of commercials? Nah, I ain't got
No,
time for
I
this.
sent you my list. I sent you a text. I said it's my favorite and my worst. My favorite and worst.
Let's start out with the category of commercials that I liked, but these are all commercials with celebrities. These are some of the best celebrity commercials that are out there. These are the ones that brought in celebrities and just didn't use them for a name and a face.
Right.
They actually used them pretty well. They were very creative with them. I think my favorite one, and this is one I think we agreed on. I don't think it's the highest one for you, but it's pretty high for both of us. My favorite one is from Jimmy John.
The sandwich business has been real good to me. Of course, it's not that tough. Gloria! I go after my family.
I hate you, but I love Jimmy. It is John's. Oh, this commercial's so good, man.
It is.
I'm Jimmy's John's, and I have high-quality, reasonably priced sandwiches.
Man, that commercial's amazing because that's not a commercial. That's a short film.
Yeah,
Yeah, it really
it is.
Tells a story.
It is. Brad Garrett has always been one of the most underrated comedic actors of all time, and this plays out like not just gangster cliches, but it's GTA. it's Grand Theft Auto 6.
Well, it's Grand Theft Auto. It's a Martin Scorsese movie,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
Like they nailed it, man. Going in with the soundtrack. You know, it definitely has that Goodfellas feel to it, man. When I say it's like a short film, they got just these little small touches in there, man.
Yeah.
Like they just little visual gags, like the dude in fully clothed in the pool. And who is this guy? Like this guy, man.
That's his boy.
That's his boy.
That's
Yeah.
number one.
His manservant right there. You know,
and the wife who's like, I don't you.
it's like they play so well. They do a satire about all these gangster movies, but especially like a Scorsese.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
Oh,
and
yeah.
GTA is a riff on Scorsese, but they have everything. The soundtrack, you know, the how these guys are just, they think they're living the life until you see how low life they really are. They got these
all the money, none of the class.
The spouses that hate them.
It's one of those, like, when it's done, I was like, any chance you guys done another one? Because I could watch
I want another one.
Like that whole thing they did with the Colonel Sanders. I'm like, man, that this is something to do one of those short movies.
Oh yeah, when they get mad and they berate their lieutenants and underlings, and he's throwing all those vegetables on us.
It's funny watching it there. I was like, yeah, all those movies we've seen when they do that is so unnecessary.
Yeah, and they do it here, man.
Completely counterproductive.
Those little guys, he's eating the meat. Look like a rat. The other thing is that a lot of people are going to be ordering Jimmy John's for the Super Bowl, so this made sense. No, this is an excellent commercial. And like I said, man, there's just weird stuff in there. Who is this guy?
The catchy jingle.
He's a cold cut king.
Salami.
Pepperoni.
Capricorn.
I'm talking about his side man. You know?
I just love that. He's the boss of the organization, and he's like, no, I'll write the jingle myself. We can do this.
Let's move on to our next one. This is another one where I think that they use celebrity very well, to the point I even appreciate what they were doing here. Alexa.
Flawless. Couldn't imagine a more beautiful vessel for Alexa to be. How many tablespoons are in a
There
cup?
are 16 tablespoons in a cup.
Things are getting way too wet around here.
Jesus.
I know. They knew what they were doing.
Sex sells, man. Sex sells.
What you said before we started the show? Titties have sold a lot of things. And apparently sexual innuendo does too.
Add bath oils to my shopping list.
Don't do that.
People have to use the bathroom around here too.
This is a clever idea that they got here. Glad to see brother being shown as sexy.
Yeah.
In the commercial.
I mean, he was People Magazine's sexiest man alive.
Sexiest man alive. And it's just funny, man, how she don't give a fuck what her husband thinks.
She does not. That's probably why I didn't make my list.
I was about to say, this almost works against Alexa, man.
Yeah, right?
Shit, make a brother be like, I ain't getting this shit. Michael B. Jordan might show my wife. I ain't getting this shit. That's how convincing this is. You know, the only thing I got to complain about, I'm gonna do it, man. It's one of those commercials where y'all can't let a white woman lust after a brother. Look, and they ain't got one white woman there. Like, had it been another commercial, I couldn't look. Yeah. Well, Corey gonna make everything about race because it is. If that had been a white dude, every color would have been there looking like, oh, I want to fuck this guy. So yeah, I know, and I know this because they did a study of this. I just read about it last week.
Okay.
Because everybody think I'd be going off like, man, that's just your crazy ass mind. No, but other than that, no, this is it's a great commercial, man. Also, if the genders were swapped, people be like, man, that's a fucked up commercial.
Oh, totally.
Yeah, would be.
But it's like,
His poor wife.
hey, it's time. We have to balance the scales by having some of these other ones.
Yeah. Well, let's get a commercial then where dude's like, Alexa, give me that big titted bitch from Resident Evil. Yeah.
How dare you, sir?
Alexa, wash my car. Alexa, rub my back real quick.
Help me cook this. You never mind. You do it.
The thing is that, again, if you're going to bring in a celebrity, they timed it right. They brought in somebody that he's well known. They pushed the product to show you what it does. They let you remember because of the funny gag behind it. And, when I say they timed it because, hey, man, he's sexiest man of the year, so they brought in and cashed in on that. So that's good.
Yeah. Yeah, so you should get one.
Yeah. I can have Michael B. Jordan in my home.
Yeah. Just be you and Michael.
That'd be fine. We have so much fun.
Hey, Michael, let's play some video games.
Yeah.
So, let's see here. I like this commercial. You're not going to like this. I can tell you that right now.
Automatically, okay.
I can tell you, people.
You know what? I'll let you know if I like it or not.
Okay. I can let you
He's
know.
thinking for me already.
Okay, now tell me if I'm wrong.
All right.
Because the reason why I say that is because this is definitely for the sports fans out there. This is a Frito-Lay commercial. Where what I like about this is that you're watching the Super Bowl. You have hardcore sports fans watching this, so this is sort of a thing for them. Directly for them, while also addressing something, not even addressing something, but talking about something that we do every year. We have Super Bowl parties, and you got to have certain things there, and this is appealing to that whole crowd.
'Twas the night before. Hold up. Let's take this up a notch. 'Twas the night before.
Juice is like, what rapper is that?
That's not what I'm thinking.
Is that one of those little rapper guys?
Yeah, right.
Lil Wayne, Uzi, Vert, John.
Yachty.
One of them.
Montana and Rice relived their old glory.
Can I play? Brought some chips.
Hell no.
Come on, man.
Come on, man.
These are not actors.
I was like, I don't expect athletes to be good actors. I was like, man, Troy Aikman really stuck out. It's like, wow, you are not good at this.
Come on, man.
Come on, man.
I actually thought he was for real. I like that. That was actually sounded the most authentic to me. My chips, man.
You guys are all right.
Salsa por queso, get the Lays and the Cheetos. Don't forget the chips.
So that's Marshawn Lynch right there. Now, again, if you're not a sports fan, that's probably not going to mean anything to you for those who are watching. But a lot of people who watch sports, watching a bunch of NFL legends just come in and have fun with each other. I thought, and plus addressing like, hey, you got to have chips for the game.
Yeah.
Well, the Manning brothers, I enjoyed that.
Yeah.
For the most part, I was like, man, Christmas is over. I want to hear this shit.
Well, no, the whole thing is like, that's another thing. They saw that for a lot of people, they don't give a shit about Christmas. This is their Christmas.
No,
that's why I thought that was clever too.
I get that. But there's also that point where Terry Bradshaw is pouring out that Tostitos queso and salsa, and I'm like, as far as those things go, that's the worst version of those two things you could have. Ain't no way you eating that cheap ass shit.
I eat that shit all the time.
Those Tostitos queso?
Yeah.
No, you don't.
Yeah, if they have it there, I do.
I think a lot of people probably do, right?
Yeah, if they have it there, I do.
Tostitos queso is gross.
I get Tostitos queso and salsa. Boy, yeah, I eat the shit out of that, man. And then get the shits immediately afterwards. Yeah. We sitting up here talking about food. This is what Martin's
What is
doing.
this, Chuck?
Yeah. This is what Martin's doing to us right now.
Miss John's, and I have high quality, reasonably priced sandwiches.
Take this queso and take these goddamn Cool Ranch Doritos and get the Sorry, man. I like it.
It tastes good. I don't know what to say.
For those of you who probably did not like it because there's too much sports in there right there, let's get back to something I know. Get back to some celebrities, some movie stars. I watch movies. Let's talk about that. I know that. Well, you might like this one right here. This is wow, Doritos is dominating. This is another Doritos commercial. Again, this one for the not so much sports fans out there.
Matthew McConaughey.
Now in 3D.
That's what your thieving ass gets. Didn't think that through, did you?
Yeah, that was one of my favorite commercials.
Yeah. Now, okay, so the thing is, why Matthew McConaughey? Well, besides being just a recognizable face and a star, why him? I don't know. But I tell you what, I did like it. For one, man, this shit is scary.
Yes.
Yeah.
Flat mat.
Yeah.
you can make a horror movie called Flat Mat.
It's like the Thinner. It's like Stephen King's The Thinner.
Well, flat Stanleys is still a thing.
Yeah.
They're all the rage.
Well, now you got Flat Mat, man. Make a horror movie about that, about a dude you don't see just because he's standing like this. He just shows up. That shit is horrifying.
Yeah, I know it is.
Well, it's
2D,
especially
man.
sold when he gets on Jimmy Kimmel, the way Mindy Kaling reacts to him. She's like,
no. She's like, what the hell is... Yeah. She's like, what the hell is wrong with that? She's like, y'all not gonna act like this is weird? But it's a good commercial because, hey, look, if you're going to take a celebrity just because you have a celebrity, at least do something cool with them. I don't know why Matthew McConaughey is feeling flat other than you maybe want to give him a name, Flat Matt. But the concept is cool, and it plays to the product. You got a guy that's feeling kind of not so fleshed out and he's feeling very two-dimensional. And this is a product called Doritos 3D.
which I just bought some of those last week because they had them on sale at Sam's. I just like, let's give them a try. Oh my God, they are delicious.
Really?
Yes, they're amazing.
Try the Cool Ranch. I heard that's the concept is very clever and, man, just full of great sight gags.
Yeah.
There's all the way through. They really took advantage of that concept.
And even knowing, like, once he gets into the vending machine, like, I know it's going to happen.
That's
But it was
what
still
sold
funny
it.
when it worked.
Yeah, well, it's
When
the
it happened.
anticipation that you wait for.
Yeah.
It works. No, that's what people want to see. And like you say, man, I looked at that and I'm like, oh yeah, they're selling potato chips.
And there's something charming about, like, this quote unquote great actor who's able to make fun of himself.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And they're just like, oh, good for him. He's like, down to earth.
Nah, and they, like I said, they strategically place the product everywhere, in a good way. Now, this one, I'm surprised that I even put this anywhere on my list of celebrity commercials that I like because it has somebody that I'm not always the biggest fan of their comedy.
Oh, you put this one on your list.
But I did like it.
Yeah, I did too. It's funny because I was like, I really like this commercial, but I know Corey hates it because of who's in it.
No, people, you might be able to take a guess who it is if you've kept up with any of us for a while. it's not that I don't like this person. I actually like this person a lot. It's just that they were repeating the same humor. But in a very short amount of time, their sense of humor worked because those jokes went quick.
It reminded me of classic him.
Yeah,
Back when
yeah.
I thought he was really funny.
And I think we're talking about the same person. Let's see who we are talking about. Some people talking about Marlon, Kevin Hart. Those are all good guesses, but this is who we're talking about.
Did you know that Norway sells way more electric cars per capita than the U.S.? Meet me in Norway.
Okay, can I say goodbye to my family?
Nope.
All right.
I love that. I love the.
You know, because it's not just him.
Yeah, it's not just him, and plus the delivery. You'll see more of the commercial.
The delivery and the editing.
But the lines in the quick editing in this, the line delivery, man, these jokes are funny because the whole thing is just snaps.
Norway's beating us at EVs.
Nuh-uh.
Uh-huh. This place is adorable.
Where are you?
You're in Sweden.
Damn it.
Yeah, man, it just that thing just moves so fast. Those jokes in there are so funny.
I also love, like, by the time you get to it, there's a joke that over here we just see all those countries as the same place.
Yes, yeah.
Interchangeable.
That is true, man.
I mean, look, you got ice caps and blonde people. I don't know.
Yeah.
Just pick one.
And he shows up looking like a dumb American.
Yeah.
Got that snow globe still on his hand. I just like how none of it, like, it plays out sort of almost like an animated cartoon. Like, none of this makes sense. He's like,
Oh, yeah.
Why are we driving over to Finland, whatever?
to Norway.
To Norway. We're driving there. They end up in the wrong place. Why didn't they all go together? You know? I like he just leaves his family and just like, oh, okay. You know, it's so nonsensical, man.
I love the whole thing that the globe is still in his hand.
Yes. Yeah, man. It's little things like that when it's in very short form, it works. That kind of humor works that way the best. What do you think?
No, and the quick editing, I think, really makes it. Gives
Yeah.
those jokes the necessary punch.
Yeah, no, exactly. Man, the quick you can edit this guy, the better.
Also, he doesn't have John C. Reilly there with the two of them going back and forth.
To enable him, yeah.
You're like, can you guys please stop? I think you're both really funny just when you're together.
If this had
too
been
much.
on my, if they had been together, this would definitely be the worst. Oh, hell no. Both those, they're like those two kids in the classroom. You got to separate.
Would have been a 40-minute commercial.
Just screaming. This is another football commercial, but I thought it was a clever idea. It's not like at the top of my list, but I did think it was well put together. Featuring one of the people that's going to be in the Super Bowl today. This is a T-Mobile commercial.
Retirement. You're gonna be walking on soft sand in a week. Retire now, you're soft and weak.
Just go with T-Mobile.
I didn't see this one. It is well put together, and it sells the message.
Yeah.
It sells the message. These guys, that's to be expected. They're not the best actors, but what I thought that this did well is that it sold the service well.
If you retire now, you're soft and weak.
Just come to Florida and win another one.
You know, I thought that was cool. You know,
Yeah.
that's what you want to see in a commercial about, you know, cell phone service.
Yeah,
Right.
that part's the best part of the whole
It is the best part. Now, another reason why I might like this is because that's Tom Brady and Tom, what's his name? I got his name here. Let me see.
Kronk or whatever the fuck.
Yeah,
They call him
Gronk.
Kronkowski.
Caveman.
Okay.
And maybe maybe I like this because this is the first time I've seen Gronk without hearing about his balls. Every time I cut on a video on the internet, I'm serious. I'm not even lying. And you guys will notice it now because you're going to get these too. Because, you know, I got to take a lot of clips off the internet.
Yeah.
So every time I cut on a YouTube clip, this dude is talking about his balls. I'm just happy for once not to hear about his nuts.
You see my balls?
They're behind your overgrown shaggy bush, my love.
Every time a commercial comes on, that shit played 5 times in a row as I was looking for things today. Him talking about his hairy ball sack and
So did a 14-year-old write this?
yes.
I've never seen that before.
14-year-old always saying, don't insult me like that. This one, you have a lot of commercials which bring in a lot of celebrity appearances, and sometimes that can seem a little forced. This one brings a lot of those celebrity appearances in here, a lot of them. But I thought that it did it well.
Paramount Mountain. It was I who summoned you all here.
But why?
Turn on this mountain of entertainment.
I just like that it ended with everybody wanting to kill Patrick Stewart. Like, why the bring us up here?
Yeah. The longer it went on, the more I was like, I don't want this at all.
Yeah.
It got less and less funny, and it's like I saw these things 20 years ago on TV. You got Beavis and Butthead, Dora the Explorer, and it's like, yeah, this did the opposite of some of the products. Like, I have no interest in buying your product.
It's one of those where they're going like, hey, the streaming wars are still going, and we're entering, and it makes you realize like, oh no, I think the streaming wars are over. You guys are too late.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a good commercial for what it is to showcase what they have. You see all these different things, you get excited. It's just that they don't have anything that I personally find exciting. Pumping Beavis and Butthead in the ring.
Yeah.
And just a bunch of CBS shows that I've watched for free. I'm like, sorry, guys.
If the service itself aside, like if you don't want the service, then you're not going to get it. There's a certain audience that wants this. I think that there are some people out there who like these things. Sure. At least what it's doing is if you're going to bring in a bunch of celebrity cameos, at least have it be for a reason. Mm-hmm. And all of these are in here for a reason. They're all part of this service. So these things work sometimes, having several famous faces or recognizable properties in there, and that's what this is doing here. I don't know how many people's going to sell this onto, because I mean it's a streaming service that's kind of behind. Yep.
Yeah.
But as far as for having a reason to bring all these things together,
no, there is that. Although there's a point, at least halfway through, where you're just getting random reaction shots from people going.
That is it's too long. That's true. It's too long.
Yeah.
No, it is definitely too long.
This is when we're getting to the very mediocre one.
The audience for CBS All Access, which a lot of this is, I guess they're going to shut that down and bring it over to Paramount.
Yeah.
It's 65 and older who are going to see SpongeBob singing. And that's not going to be the thing that's going to make them go.
And Beavis and Butthead.
Yeah.
That audience was the one that was cussing Beavis and Butthead out.
Exactly.
They hate Beavis and Butthead. It's like, that's what my grandson watches. The yellow Sponge Man.
God damn it, these boys on my streaming service now.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. Well, I did. This one was late, man, because I got this one after you gave me your list. I didn't even know this was out there.
Oh, okay.
This one I just saw. And I thought it was pretty clever. I like this one a lot. This one I think works as a great sequel to a movie that you probably hadn't seen in a while and never did have a sequel. But now you got a spiritual one that's very short and to the point. And I like that.
Actually,
And Edgar drove off into the sunset.
Well, that's a shortened one from the one I saw.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, I like this one, man. Only thing is, I said this earlier, and it's kind of obvious. I said it was somebody already put in the chat, but which was, how the fuck did she give birth to that? You have to shred that vagina up.
It was a cesarean. That's what it was.
He did
Reverse cesarean.
As a fetus did his own cesarean.
I got this mouth.
Damn, look like Freddy Krueger's coming out.
Yeah. It's funny because I wasn't even a big fan of the original Edward Scissorhands, but Timothée Chalamet as the son, I was like, oh, that is so perfect.
That is pretty goddamn perfect.
See the movie.
Timothy Chalamet was born a Tim Burton character.
Yeah.
That's why I thought that this was a good sequel, just because of him.
Yeah, because of him.
We can't make a whole Edward Scissorhands sequel, but we can do this commercial here.
And the thing is, watching it, I was so enchanted by it, like the whole idea and the way it was put together. And even Winona Ryder, like now that she's a thing again, having her back in that role.
Yeah.
But I was like, but what about the product? And I was like, oh, the product is a car that self-drives when you push a button because he can't do it.
Because he can't do it, yeah.
Yeah, I was like, oh, this is perfect. This really sells this.
Exactly. It works perfectly. Only thing that would have sold it is she had actually stole the car at the end.
We don't know that she didn't steal it.
I didn't know. She got a history of kleptomania.
She's dealing with it. She's trying. She's trying.
Fucking stole a whole car. Yeah. Go through these quickly. These are the ones that I thought were pretty good with no celebrities in them to sell the product. These are the ones that pretty much had just really clever ideas. And near the end, the only thing I could say that was really bad about them is that some of them, the ideas were so cool that you might not even remember what the product was that they were selling. Maybe not. But like this one I thought was funny. And I remember walking away and having to go back and say, what were they selling? Even though I was laughing at the idea.
2020 was a lemon of a year.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
You asshole.
He got his, though. You knew that shit hit him right in the face. Look at this.
Knocked him out, concussed him.
He's on the ground just shaking.
Every Wednesday, Thursday.
Life gives you
We
lemons.
know the saying, Mark.
New Bud Light Seltzer.
I like that one.
Yeah. I mean, one, it's a commentary on 2020.
Yep.
Which we know, and the only difference is that in 2020 it actually rained frogs. But a big thing with this is one. Okay, like you said, the product's all about lemons, and we see lemons constantly.
That is
so
true.
that is always putting it in your face. And what really sold me on it, like everything else was funny, but that last part with the guy like, well, when life hands you lemons, like, man, shut the fuck up.
That's what sold me on it too. You're like, we know. Jeez, everybody knows that. I like the commercial. I like the commercial a lot. The only reason why I said that I didn't know what they were selling, because the only flaw I see with this is that they spend so much time not talking about the product and focusing on the gag. But they end it with the product, and that's a small complaint on my part because I like the commercial.
Yeah,
I actually think it's funny. I'm like, I like to try this sometime.
Mm-hmm.
This one's a funny one, man. This one's a funny one. And I'll tell you why. First of all, I like this one. I don't think there's any big celebs in this, but what they're doing here, I thought was very funny, and it had me laughing out loud.
Whoops, your cousin from Boston. We not tell my mom about this.
It's absolutely one of my favorite ones, man.
Yeah,
funny.
I love that other commercial they did with your cousin from Boston at the wedding. And I wasn't even thinking it was one of these. It's just like, Budweiser's done these with the Clydesdales, all slow motion and the big trumpets. Yeah, dramatic. So the way that quickly turned was hilarious.
And the thing is, they got me because when they did that, when they set those horses free, and it was so slow motion, and the music was kicking, I was like, yeah, let them go free.
Yeah.
And it was like, oh shit. They tore shit up. And then when they told you it was your cousin from Boston, I was like, oh, this asshole.
Man, you Boston. Jesus Christ. Ah, shit.
From Boston, but it was almost like it was a way of just taking a jab at the competitor while also making fun of themselves.
Yeah.
And just the way they said "wicked ale," I was like, all right, man.
Wicked.
Yeah, I'd like to try this beer sometime.
I would too.
And then go out and do something, asshole like they did. That fool for no reason.
Well, I was drinking the Sam Adams. It's not my fault.
And you should have known something was wrong because this fool just came up out of nowhere. And just pulled it. Let them horses go, man. Look at this.
Yeah.
He just walked on.
Nah, man, that's probably like my second favorite commercial.
Very good.
That's my second favorite one behind the Jimmy John's commercial, man. I love this. That shit had me laughing so hard. This one I thought was funny because I learned something while watching this. Another commercial that I thought was pretty cool with no big celebrities in them.
They tax flatulence comes from cows. In Hawaii, there's a credit for maintaining an exceptional tree. Knowledge fitness.
I thought the song was a little weak. I think that's why I didn't make my list.
Well,
but I did like it in concept.
I like the visuals, and I like that I learned something. It was educational.
Right.
I like for a commercial that doesn't have, if you want to sell me the product, show me that. Teach me something and make me think that, wow, if I use this, I could benefit from it even more.
No, I thought that too. I was like, oh, well, if they know these little deductions like this, then maybe
something that might apply to me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I have to, a lot of these I have to take as commercials first, and they sell the product well. And I thought, because and the other thing is TurboTax had some terrible commercials last year.
Did they?
They got made fun of for that. I'm not even sure. They had some shitty commercials last year, man. So a big improvement from last year. This one kind of does not belong in this category, and I'll explain why I put it in here. The category of good commercials, great to good commercials without celebrities in them.
Sorry, I called you Karen.
That's my name.
Sorry, your name is Karen.
I will not eat any more of your friends.
Really?
Oh, I love this commercial.
Yeah,
I like
and Dan Levy is a celebrity.
The reason why this was rough for me is because Dan Levy, who's from Schitt's Creek, the reason why this was, I said this is a commercial that is really good, a really cool commercial without celebrities, is because the majority of the commercial has no celebrity.
Oh, that's true.
He comes in at the very end.
Right.
So I was just like, technically it has a celebrity, but it's not sold with him.
Yeah.
And in fact, the weakest joke is with him. I like the
that's true.
That thing with Karen.
That Karen joke.
That was a great one.
Yeah, man. So
but just all the little things. the gender reveal party thing. Where
all these very pop culture, relevant
Yes,
things.
exactly. Yeah. Which I'm at the point I kind of hate gender reveal parties.
Everyone does. Everyone
Yeah.
thinks it's obnoxious.
Yeah.
Who gives a shit? I don't care what your gender of your baby is.
Yeah, and they're getting dangerous now. That
Burning down California.
Yeah, and that whole thing, I like this is like addressing Karens are bad, but there are actually people named Karen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I mean, come on,
that's
let's
true.
Let's not forget about that.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
That's a great one.
No, I like that one a lot, man. That one was really cool.
It doesn't really make me go like, oh, I want to eat some M&Ms, but I do laugh at it.
It makes you want to get me M&Ms. I'm sorry, you're such an asshole.